Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Lisa Koche coming to you live from Tampa, Florida, where I continue to lead a large 8,000 patient practice through the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic. Many of you have been joining me from the beginning, where my strong urge for answers, my huge level of curiosity, my constant asking of why made me feel compelled and drawn to be more present and more vocal during this time. Back in March, there were extremes going on. There were, you're going to die because there's not enough ventilators, and there were, stay in your house before you infect somebody. And I sat in my kitchen and said, where are the people that are speaking to the middle, which is humanity? Who's talking to the day-to-day people about how to take care of ourselves, about how to get through this without turning into a fear-mongering, panicked mess? So I felt, as I analyzed that more and more, that person needed to be somebody on the front lines who understood internal medicine, who understood how viruses work, who treats people day in and day out with comorbid conditions. I also understood that person should be somebody who can take information and not get sucked into the energetic response of fear and panic. And I felt that there was a huge integrative side to how we were going to handle this virus and this pandemic. And that's when I decided, as I was looking around for someone to speak, that I was just as much equipped as the next person. And I came out, and I've tried to lead during this time with the best information I could get my hands on. I'm going to try to make it through this live without getting too upset. But yesterday, my colleagues were on Capitol Hill, and these people, I felt the connection so deeply, because they are people who love and care for patients just like I do. And they came out and they spoke about information that has been hidden from the public, information that I've had to go underground to find. I'm not a political person. I just want to heal people. I want to empower people. I want you to be able to take care of yourselves and live a life the highest potential you ever can possibly achieve. And that requires you being able to feel good. It requires you being able to ask questions. And these doctors have information. I am so blessed to say that I have access to the information. I know there was a lot on my feed about how the initial YouTube video was taken down. And that is, I think, the biggest thing that I want to beg all of you that are listening to this video, and please share it. Why are these doctors being censored on YouTube? Who is doing that? Why? What is their agenda? Why do we have to see more people die? If you saw that woman with her heart on her sleeve, she was begging the American people, saying she didn't care what happened to her, that the information has to be released. And that predominantly, the biggest point that was given on this, during this newscast or press conference, was that hydroxychloroquine, which has been all over the place during this pandemic, as soon as it started gaining momentum, whether it was political reasons or because of the V word and funding of a study that was shady, and I've discussed this on this live before. They confirmed that. Those studies, and some of which were retracted from major journals, who is allowing that to be published in the first place? Using hydroxychloroquine at 4 times the dose, and then being able to say that it caused cardiac arrhythmias. Anything we use at 4 times the recommended dose is going to do that. But one of the things that blew me away the most yesterday was that there's a preventive dose. There's a preventive dose. It's incredibly low. It's a 200 milligram tablet of this pill twice a week. There's no risk. They've done studies. This drug has been out for 65 years. So why are we not giving that to our frontline workers? Why are we not giving that to our teachers? Why are we not giving that to the immunocompromised? This drug is also available over the counter in other countries. You can get it over the counter. And they blocked my prescription because CVS Pharmacy told me I can't prescribe that for my patients that aren't feeling well. So I didn't stop because I don't stop. That's why I'm sitting here. I don't stop. I ask why. I'm curious. That's the only reason why I healed my own body. If you know me, and if you don't, I've healed myself from leukemia. I've healed myself from extreme heart failure due to chemotherapy. I joined a medical group taking a risk because I didn't want to be in a doc in the box, even though it was 2 to 3 times the salary out of medical school. So I ask why. Why can't we get access to this medicine? And I've fought, and I do have access to it now because I have colleagues and I can compound it. So I can get that for my patients, but what has me so upset today is what about everybody else? Why are people dying? Why are we closing the economy down? What are we doing to our kids? Our children need to go back to school. They need to connect. We all need to be hugging each other again. If you're immunocompromised, if you're worried, let's get you this preventive dose of hydroxychloroquine. Take it. And then we don't need masks and we don't need all of this. Please share this, and please let me end with an affirmation today. I'm going to dissect the information more for you. I do have access. You can try rev.com. You can go on DuckDuckGo. You will find it. Keep searching, and you can listen to the whole press conference. There's a lot of amazing information there. There's actually information on hydroxychloroquine where they break down the 5 ways that it works. You do need zinc, so get your hands on some zinc to take it daily. We still have it here at the office if you are in Tampa, or we can ship it. Make sure you're taking about 50 milligrams of zinc daily. Stay with everything else we talked about. And one of the ways that the hydroxychloroquine works is by blocking this step called glycation. Glycation is where a sugar molecule binds to the ACE2 receptor. So don't go and stress eat and binge on carbs, because that's going to fuel the virus as well. And I know I'm worked up today. I wanted to share the fact that the impassioned feeling and intuition that you can get when you listen to these doctors. So trust and listen to your intuition. That's what I do. You have doctors that are crying on Capitol Hill because they're not being heard. You have people having to go underground on websites to connect to each other and share their information about a drug that's free or over the counter in Iran. It's over the counter in a lot of countries. And I have a CVS pharmacist telling me, a practitioner with 8,000 patients, triple board certified, who has no marks against me in my record, that I cannot prescribe it for people. What country do we live in? And we need to stop this. So we're going to work on finding ways to reach out to congressmen, to our senators, to our governor. And I will help to lead that. I'm going to research that some more over the next couple of days, along with the mechanism of action and other things that you can be doing with your own physical body to continue to make yourself as strong as possible. Because now, not only can we work on our vessel, which you and I have talked a lot about, so we can work on making this body so healthy that no matter what comes near us, it can't touch us. But then we can blend that with the actual real and beautiful science that doctors have found. Something as simple as a drug that's safe that you take twice a week for those of you that are concerned, that are immunocompromised. So bring it on. Let's do it. Let's get back to normal life. Let's keep the studies coming. Let's keep asking why. And I'm going to end with an affirmation, knowing that all of you are passionate about this as well. Please share if you have links on how we can all become more proactive together. I am here with you. Please eat clean. Remember, take and respect your body so that we don't even have to deal with this in the first place. But if we do, we have treatment. And it's not the magic V word, which is being rushed out with billions of dollars at stake and potential harm and potential mandatory requirements in this beautiful country where we're supposed to be able to live free. Thank you for listening to me this morning. I always will end with an affirmation to reset the energy. I hope that you will continue to be curious, that you will continue to research for yourselves, that you will continue to love yourself, have self-love, eat clean, exercise, make sure that you take the recommended supplements. Again, they're the same, but zinc is very important. So vitamin C, 1,000 with meals, zinc 54 milligrams daily. Make sure you're on vitamin D, 5,000. Get yourself stocked with some of the other things that I've talked about in these other lives before so that you have something to go to if you become ill. But the biggest illness is not this virus. It is the fear. It is the control. It's the censorship that is going on under the scenes and behind the scenes. And now, thankful for strong-willed, incredible, and passionate people like that doctor, Stella, who spoke her truth and cried and broke down, begging to just help people because she's healed and cured 300 or more cases of COVID in her clinic in Houston. The people all walked out the door. So my affirmation for today, along these lines, is I use my curiosity and intuition to guide me into positive action. Right now, my biggest concern is the rush. Two main concerns. Number one is getting the kids back to school. The kids of all ages, they need to go back to college. They need to go back to elementary school. They need to live a life because this can cause fear and trauma in their energy field, which affects their body indefinitely. That has to happen. And it still can. It's only July. Let's get proactive. Let's get louder. That's one of my biggest concerns. The other is we have to stop this push and the brainwashing that's going on, that there's a necessary end to this that requires the magic V word. It doesn't. There's treatment. There's herd immunity that we're getting closer to. There's science. So I'm going to keep reading the science. Are you? And I know you are because you're listening to me. So please spread this, share this. The more people that wake up, the less power anyone has over all of us when we are together. I use my curiosity and my intuition to guide me into positive action. Let's take action together. Thank you for joining me today, and I will be back probably tomorrow or Thursday with some more insights after I dissect more of the science. Have a great one. Bye for now.